Hi everyone, welcome to class. Please tell us when you're joining. Sorry we started like a minute late today. The reason being I was having some connection issues. Okay, so as you're joining in, I should see you here. Good. Take out your notebook, take out a pencil, and pull this worksheet out from your Google Classroom. If you go to your Google Classroom classwork, today's date, you should be able to see this. Fractions, integers, equations. Okay, or it is obviously on the display on the video. Copy down from number 1 to 5 and in your notebook, and then we're gonna go review them. We're not gonna do all of them. We'll do like handfuls so we get used to this negative and fractions when you're dealing with equations. Yeah, so copy down number 1 to 6. Okay, so copy down number 1 to 6 or access it in your Google Classroom. I'll pull it out on my end over here so we can start reviewing it soon. Okay. Maybe we will increase the volume here a little bit. Okay, all right, let's go and start reviewing them. Question number 1, 3 over 5, 1 plus p equals to 21 over 20. Okay, so the first thing we are gonna do, we are gonna try to get rid of the denominators, but before we get rid of the denominators, we will distribute this coefficient that we have in front of this entire parentheses to both of these, so that it's easier to solve later. Okay, tell me if you guys can hear me clearly now. What do we do that? Or you can do this. Get rid of the denominator here. Right? Then you're left with 1 plus p equals to 21 over 20 divided by 3 over 5. So which is basically 21 over 20. Keep, change, flip. Alright? Then you can do something interesting here. 5 goes into 24 times. 5 goes into 5 one time. So this cancels out and we replace this with 4 and this becomes 1. So now I'm left with 21 over 4 times 1 over 3, which is 21 over 12. I'm going to rewrite this over here. So this is what I did. So I had 21 over 20 multiplied by 5 over 3 because I flipped this. This is 4. This is 1. So then 21 times 1 is 21. 4 times 3, 12. Okay? So this is what I got for doing the same thing I did here, and I'm left with 1 plus p on this side. So I have 1 plus p now equals to 21 over 12. Okay, that's what I have. I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. This cancels out. If I'm going to subtract 21 over 12 here, and this is a 1 whole, there's something interesting we learned in our elementary school. 1 whole is always the denominator and the numerator the same. So let's just replace that with 12 over 12 so it's easier to subtract this now. 21 minus 12 now. That's it. And the bottom stays the same. Nine over 12. So now we're left with p equals to 9 over 12, which can be simplified by 3 over 4. P equals to 3 over 4. I think I'm going to change this music. Do a little more. Okay, so did you guys understand all of that? Because I'm about to now go to a clean page. This is our next example. Okay, fairly easy. First thing I do, I will get rid of this fraction on this side. Okay, while I'm like going over these questions with you guys one by one, if you guys have any questions that you want me to review with you from your homework, please write that in the chat so that we can go over it. Okay, and while you guys are doing that, I just have to take this one phone call from Mehrab's mother. Okay, sorry guys, I had to take that phone call. So Mehrab is sick, so that's why he's not joining. That's why they called. So we are going to subtract this from both sides. So if I'm subtracting 3 over 2 from 1 half, basically I have two negative values. So I'm subtracting negative 1 half and negative 3 over 2. So I'm basically combining it, which is going to be 4 over 2, but a negative value, which is basically negative 2. So now I have negative 2 equals to 3 over 2k. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 3 over 2. This is canceling out. And on this side I have k equals to negative 2 over 1, because invisible 1, divided by 3 over 2, which is basically negative 2 over 1 times 2 over 3, which is negative 4 over 3, and that's your value. K equals to negative 4 over 3. Are you guys following? Are you guys following this? Are you finding it difficult or fairly easy if you do it like step by step? And also, if you have any questions for homework that you guys been stuck on or encountering, please tell me. If it's a different topic, tell me too. It's just the two of you right now actually here today because Mehrab is sick, and Jackal isn't here either, so we can honestly just review on whatever you guys want to review. You can tell me. Okay, cool. So you guys are okay with that. I mean, Shruti is. Pariya, please let me know if you have any questions from any other topics you want me to do. Like, are you guys okay with just doing few extra questions on here, or should we move on? So, we just did number 2. So number 3, 0 equals negative 5 over 4. Okay, so that's the question. What's this not? Okay, so if I have a number in front of a parenthesis, that means you're multiplying. So if I want to get rid of it, I'm going to divide it by it. Cancels out. Zero divided by anything is just going to be 0. Then I have x minus 6 over 5. Then I have to add it on this side in order to get rid of it. This cancels out. I'm left with 6 over 5 on this side equals x. I have x equals 6 over 5. Okay. Yes, we can go over yesterday's homework. What do you mean? Why didn't I divide with the first equation? I don't understand what you're saying. Faria, can you refresh my memory what I assigned yesterday? Because I have assigned so many different types of homework to so many students yesterday. Maybe here? That's the one I did with the younger students. Yes, if you guys can, let me know what the homework was, or just give me the questions, or I can just look over the video. Let's do number 4. Okay. Alright, here. Actually, we'll do that first. Okay, negative 7, 8x plus 11. So number 1, y equals to negative 7 over 8x plus 11. And we're solving for x. So we have to get x by itself. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is going to subtract 11 from both sides. So I have negative y minus 11 equals to negative 7 over 8x. Then next thing we're doing, we're dividing it by negative 7 over 8 to get rid of this. That means we're also dividing this by negative 7 over 8, which then turns into y minus 11 over 1 divided by negative 7 over 8, which is y minus 11 over 1 times negative 8 over 7. I'm going to do it right here. That's it. This was 88. Negative 8y minus 88, which you can obviously simplify by taking the 8 out. You could do something like negative 8y minus 11 over minus 7 equals to x, or just 7 actually, positive 7. Okay, that's the answer for that. Okay, next question. I'm gonna get a new sheet of paper, and it is y equals negative 5 over 6 x plus 13. I subtract minus 13 on both sides. We have y minus 13 equals to negative 5 over 6x. We're dividing it by negative 5 over 6. This cancels out. We're going to divide this by negative 5 over 6. That means basically what we have here is now y minus 13 over 1 multiplying by negative 5 over 6. Basically the outcome is going to be negative. It's a negative 5y plus what's 13 times 5? 50, 65, and then 6, but the whole thing gets a negative since this was a whole negative number. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's the answer for that. And now we are. Are there more questions, or was that it for homework? I'll leave it on the screen for a little bit so you guys can see it. If that's it for homework, and if you guys are okay with the other equations that we were doing, I'm going to do like two more. After that, we're going to move on to reading English. Or you guys, what kind of science are you studying right now? Could you guys write down in the chat box what kind of science you guys are studying? Yeah. Okay. So in this case, first thing first, we're going to get rid of this number, the negative number here. We're going to get rid of that first. Negative 8 over 3 and negative 8 over 3. This cancels out here. This is going to turn into both into same denominator, which is 12. 3 times 4, 8 times 4, 32. Still negative, and this is 12. So now we have 12 on the bottom. 32 plus 29 is 52, and then 9, 61, and it's still negative. Equals to 3 over 2n. Now I'm just gonna divide both sides by 3 over 2. This cancels out. We have division by 3 over 2. So the answer is going to be negative. Negative 61 over 12 multiplied over 2 over 3. We can cancel this out and make this into 1 over 3, and this is 6. My answer is pretty much negative 61 over 18. I'm going to show you again on this side. So what we did is negative 61 over 12. We're multiplying it by 2 over 3 since we had to flip it. And I cancel this out since 2 goes into 12 6 times. And then we have 6 times 3, 18. And 61 times 1 is 61. And the whole answer is negative. Okay, and that is the answer. Yeah. Shruti, what are you learning in science right now? Are you also learning similar things like Faria? Because I may have actually significant amount of stuff on earthquakes. Yes, we do. Mm, drive. We're gonna go to the science slides. Okay, let me see what you guys are writing over there in terms of what you're learning in science. Let's move on from this topic. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, no problem. You know what? We can do something similar to that too. Just have to log out of this one and go to this one. Oh, I need to do all that right now. Okay, never mind. I'll just stay here. Just put it on the top. Okay. This is just these. Okay, fine. On the screen, you guys are gonna find some information. Okay, let's actually, this gonna do two things. Gonna actually test your reading and everything. So I'm gonna zoom it out so you guys see it properly. So this is the few information that I have written out for like this person that I was doing a speech for, and it's basically on the virus. I would like you to take like the next 5 minutes to jot down some of these information, and then write me like a paragraph, which is 5 to 7 sentences in your own words, what you learned from here, maybe what else you know about this situation, and how is it affecting the environment and how it's affecting even you. Whenever you just write a constructive paragraph, just 5 to 7 sentences. So I'll give you guys like 5 to 7 minutes to do that. We review the paragraph, and while you guys are doing that, I have another thing for you. I will have like quiz for you, or like something else regarding virus and everything else in science. So could you guys please take like until 1:47 to read this and write a short paragraph. I didn't put it in Google Classroom. You know, I'm about to. I just had it in Gmail, that's why. Okay, I just put it on Google Classroom in your folder for today's date, so you can find it there as well, and I'm also having it up on the screen. Because the after this part you don't really need it, so I'm just gonna have it up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so are you guys ready to share it? The paragraph that you guys just wrote. Share your paragraph on the chat box, please. Okay, and while you're doing that, maybe I'll just do it over here. I just want to like delete these classes. Are you guys writing the paragraphs on the chat? I'm just waiting on that from you guys. And I want to share this. Select a class.
Yeah. What's going on? Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Really just anybody else in our roster that it makes sense for note at the moment. Like, I think the first step for us is just getting
The summary about this article is the coronavirus is a very deadly disease that is spreading all around the world. Good sentence. It harmed a lot of people. So another thing you could do at this point when you're adding it harmed a lot of people is you could just mention how many people, like approximately it hurt X amount of people. This is how many people it has hurt so far. The virus started in Wuhan, China. The W in Wuhan should be capitalized because it's a proper name. Okay, you should capitalize every proper name of a city, of a country. All of those should be um, capitalized. All right, so I wanted to give you guys this quiz that I was doing it over here. I'm gonna actually just try to send you the link. I'm gonna share this link. Let's try to share the link again. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to grade 7. Next. Invite participant, deadlines 2 p.m. April 1st. Okay, so I just assigned a quiz in your Google Classroom. Okay? Tell me if you guys can see the quiz. And this is the quiz that you're gonna dive to tomorrow. So this is the quiz should say parts of speech. 7 grade parts of speech, and you're gonna answer all the questions. But I'm not sure how it's coming up on your end in your Google Classroom. Or you can also generate with this, you can also join this quiz with this code. So I'm gonna write the direction on a piece of, so for homework you guys have a quiz. All right, and the way to access the quiz is that you probably should have gotten an email to join it, but if you didn't and if you can't, then just do this. You go to joinmyquiz.com, and once you go to joinmyquiz.com, you enter this code 138901. So you should write that. Before we log off, I also want to read Faria's corrected version. Okay, good, Faria, you're doing a great job. Shuchi, do you have your version? If you, I'm gonna give you like 1 more minute to type it in, and also guys, please copy down what you have to do for homework. So you can either just go to Google Classroom. I think you should be able to. You should just getting. You gotta, yeah. See, in Google Classroom, you already under classwork. You should see the quiz, and there's the link for it, the mobile link or the web link, depending on what are you using. If you're using a tablet or a phone, you use the mobile one. If you're the web. And if you didn't have that, then you can also go to joinmyquiz.com and enter this code. That's gonna be your homework. Yeah. Okay, with that being said, this is the homework for today, no math, just some quiz and grammar. We will go over it. Shuchi, I'm still waiting on your answer. Okay then. Should you can give it to me later too. Have a nice day. I today we did a little bit of math, a little bit of corona information. Please keep in mind all the information that I did share actually through that speech. And of course, I'm sure you guys are aware of everything else that is going on. Watch the news, keeps yourself updated, keep yourself safe. Cover your mouth when you're coughing. If you feel sick in any ways, um, try to treat yourself with like hot tea, um, orange juice. Stay home, do some homework, do some work that your school is assigning you, and just enjoy this time. Staying home, doing work, watching TV, and relaxing. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Have a nice day.